No Country for Old Men is a 2007 film directed by the Coen brothers. It's not your typical western, although it carries all the typical themes expected of one, such as the desert setting, heroes and villains, guns, drugs, money, and of course, Stetson hats. The title No Country for Old Men refers to the old-time Sheriff Bell, played by Tommy Lee Jones, and how the new world isn't like the one previous lawman, including his father, used to work in.
Grandfather was a lawman, father too. Me and him were sheriffs at the same time, him up in Plano and me out here.
And where traditional westerns were set and followed by the usual conventions of good versus evil, and good overcoming evil by beating them in a climatic shootout. The new world is too dangerous and completely lacks morals. This is epitomised by the random acts of violence carried out continually throughout the film by Chigurh, Javier Bardem.
What is that for?
Would you hold still, please, sir?
One of the scariest and most unpredictable villains portrayed in a film from this genre. Chigurh's sinister game of chance, tossing the coin, really reinforces the emotionless, psychopathic tendencies throughout and shows the audience that Chigurh has no value for human life.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
The film falls into its own category of neo-western, as it does hold the typical imagery expected of a western, though the character's conclusion and worldwide view is far different from your stereotypical Eastwood flick.
Were you in a car accident?
Yeah. Okay, give me the money.
It's right here. Give me the clothes.
The characters, although perceived as good or bad, are far less two-dimensional. This is shown when the film's hero, Llewellyn Moss, is seen throughout the film as being a good character, as he spends most of the film battling and trying to evade from the film's bad guys. Although he does steal the $2 million from the case at the beginning, this is looked over, as the audience is rooting for him from the start. As you see throughout the film, everybody whose motives are to get the money end up dead, apart from Chigurh, whose motives are more for his own psychopathic hunger.
You've seen him, man, you're not dead.
What's this guy supposed to be, the ultimate badass?
No, I don't think that's how I'd describe him.
How would you describe him?
I guess I'd say he doesn't have a sense of humor. His name's Chigurh.
Sugar.
Chigurh, Anton Chigurh.
Sheriff Bell survives the whole ordeal, as he keeps himself on the sidelines throughout, and the money is never his motivation. There are a number of signifiers throughout the film, including the obvious and the not so obvious. This could include the coin toss Chigurh carries out throughout the film. This represents not just his twisted want for murder, but how all the person's choices in life have led up to this moment, and this could be their final choice. Chigurh touches on this all the way through the film.
Call it.
Well, we need to know what we're calling it for here.
You need to call it. I can't call it for you. Well, it wouldn't be fair.
I didn't put nothing up.
Yes, you did. You've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know it.
Another sign comes right at the beginning, as we see a number of shots of the Texas skyline. In the shots we see 3 wind turbines standing solitary on their own. I think these 3 wind turbines represent the 3 main characters, Moss, Bell and Chigurh. As you see, 2 of the turbines are working fine and the other is missing a tail, and not spinning. I think the one not working represents Chigurh and how he is different to the others. They all stand solitary in the Texas skyline, and I think this represents how all of them are solitary characters who have their own backstories, their own feelings, their own motives, and I think this is represented all the way through.
Maybe I'll go riding.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I can't plan your day.
In No Country for Old Men, the Coen brothers breathe new life into the western genre by making something fresh and original while still keeping their roots well grounded in the genre's conventions and themes. A phenomenal gripping watch for newcomers to the genre and western veterans alike.